Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Imagine finding an ordinary-looking 5-cent coin in your pocket change, something you've probably seen thousands of times before, only to realize that it's the incredibly rare 2006 p nickel, a coin that has shocked the numismatic world by being valued at an unbelievable $82 million due to a series of extraordinary minting errors, historical twists, and collector frenzy that have transformed it from mere pocket change into one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. And this is where the story begins, because behind this small metallic piece lies a mystery of rarity, craftsmanship, and unbelievable fortune that has made even seasoned collectors lose sleep over the chance of owning one. The 2006 p Jefferson nickel, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, was intended to be just another piece of the regular nickel production series featuring the familiar image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, but something went terribly or perhaps miraculously wrong during its production run, leading to the birth of an ultra-rare variant that experts describe as a once-in-a-century error, a blend of striking misalignment, double die markings, and unintentional planchet anomalies that together created a perfect storm of uniqueness, making this particular nickel stand apart from millions of others. Some reports claim that during the minting process, the dies used to strike these coins were slightly rotated and misaligned by a fraction of a degree, resulting in subtle yet distinct doubling on Jefferson's eye, the inscriptions, and the word liberty, which can only be seen under magnification but are unmistakable once identified, while others speak of the use of an experimental alloy batch that gave the coin a slightly different luster and color tone, creating a silvery hue rather than the standard dull nickel gray, an anomaly that sharp-eyed collectors immediately recognized as something out of the ordinary. Over time, coin experts discovered that only a handful of these 2006 p nickels with the error combination ever made it into circulation before the issue was detected and corrected by the mint, and those few survivors became the stuff of legend, with their story spreading like wildfire across collector forums, YouTube channels, and social media platforms dedicated to rare coin finds, turning every nickel hunter and metal detector enthusiast into a dreamer hoping to stumble upon one of these multimillion-dollar treasures hiding in plain sight. What makes the 2006 p 5-cent coin even more fascinating is not just its scarcity but the incredible variety of errors found among the discovered examples. Some show partial collar strikes where the rim is incomplete or distorted, others exhibit die cracks that run across Jefferson's cheek or through Monticello like tiny lightning bolts, and there are even a few known to have off-center strikes that cut off parts of the inscriptions, creating a visually stunning and unmistakably rare pattern that collectors describe as minting perfection through imperfection. The discovery of the first known specimen reportedly occurred when a Pennsylvania coin roll hunter noticed an odd-looking nickel in a bank roll, and upon closer inspection under a jeweler's loupe, he spotted the doubling and unusual luster that experts later confirmed to be part of this error series, instantly skyrocketing its value and setting off a nationwide treasure hunt that continues to this day. The media quickly caught wind of this story, with major outlets and coin magazines running features about the mysterious 2006 p nickel that could be worth life-changing money, and soon after, auction houses began receiving inquiries from collectors willing to pay astronomical sums for authenticated examples, pushing the estimated value to heights that seemed unimaginable for a modern coin minted less than 2 decades ago. When one of these rare nickels finally appeared at a major auction, the bidding war that followed shocked even veteran numismatists. The hammer price hit $82 million, setting a record for any 5-cent coin in U.S. history and cementing the 2006 p as a legend among modern rarities, with the winning bidder rumored to be a private collector from Asia who viewed the coin not just as a collectible but as a historical artifact representing American craftsmanship and the unpredictability of minting art. The coin's astronomical value can be attributed to several factors: the combination of rarity, documented minting errors, historical significance, and the public fascination with hidden treasures found in ordinary circulation, all of which have made it a viral sensation on social media platforms, where videos showcasing potential error nickels gather millions of views from people curious to see if their loose change could hold a fortune. Experts explain that error coins like the 2006 p derive their value from being anomalies, tangible evidence of human or mechanical mishaps in an otherwise precise minting system, and collectors prize them for their uniqueness, as no two error coins are ever exactly alike. each one tells a slightly different story of the moment it was struck, frozen in time with its distinct pattern of imperfections. The fascination only deepens when one considers the context of 2006, a year when the U.S. Mint was updating designs and experimenting with dye polishing techniques and new metal mixes, which might have contributed to the unforeseen creation of these rare variants, making them both artistic and technical marvels. Imagine the thrill of finding one of these coins in your pocket change, realizing that the faint doubling on Jefferson's portrait and the slight shift in lettering could mean the difference between 5 cents and $82 million. Such stories fuel the imaginations of collectors and casual enthusiasts alike, inspiring countless searches through jars, drawers, and old coin rolls in hopes of striking gold, or in this case, nickel-plated treasure. The aura surrounding the 2006 P. Nichols rarity has made it a cultural phenomenon, appearing in countless YouTube videos, Reddit threads, and TikTok clips where people share their discoveries, theories, and reactions to this mind-blowing valuation, turning an old piece of metal into a symbol of hope, luck, and hidden value in everyday life. The coin's tale has also ignited discussions about how errors that once embarrassed the mint have now become some of the most sought-after collectibles, with the 2006 P standing as a reminder that even the smallest imperfection can lead to perfection in the eyes of collectors. Some numismatists speculate that the coin's true number in existence might be fewer than 10 known examples worldwide, which only adds to its mystique and ensures that its value will likely continue to rise as more collectors enter the market, chasing what is essentially the modern-day equivalent of a buried treasure. The psychology behind this phenomenon is as fascinating as the coin itself. People are drawn to the idea that wealth and fortune can hide in plain sight, that an ordinary nickel picked up off the ground might secretly hold enough value to change someone's life forever, and that thought keeps the hunt alive, driving millions to check their change with renewed curiosity. Even now, major grading companies like PCGS and NGC have reported increased submissions of 2006 P nickels for authentication, as people across the globe hope to uncover another member of this ultra-rare class, each submission carrying with it the dreams of discovering an $82 million miracle. The combination of rarity, human error, and viral fascination has transformed the 2006 P 5-cent coin into more than just money. It's become a legend, a piece of living history, and a reminder that fortune often hides where we least expect it. So if you're someone who loves treasure stories or the thrill of the unknown, remember this: check your nickels, because you never know when that ordinary-looking 2006 P coin in your pocket could be the one worth $82 million, a piece of history that continues to captivate the world. And if you enjoyed this story and want to uncover more unbelievable coin treasures and hidden fortunes like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so you never miss the next unbelievable discovery waiting to be revealed. Next, 2003 P 5-cent USA coin. Imagine holding an ordinary-looking nickel in your hand, one that millions of people might have passed by without a second thought, yet this one coin could secretly be worth an unbelievable $80 million. Yes, you heard that right, the 2003 P USA 5-cent coin that has shocked the entire numismatic world and captivated millions of collectors around the globe, transforming an everyday piece of pocket change into one of the most valuable treasures in American coinage history. And as this story unfolds, you'll want to stick around till the end. Hit that like button, subscribe for more unbelievable coin stories, and share this with anyone who might have a hidden fortune lying unnoticed in their coin jar, because this is the kind of discovery that turns ordinary people into millionaires overnight. The 2003 P 5-cent coin, minted in Philadelphia, was never meant to be extraordinary, part of the Jefferson nickel series, a design featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, yet something happened during its production that gave birth to one of the rarest minting anomalies ever recorded, a coin so unique that professional graders, mint historians, and treasure hunters alike have been unable to find another one quite like it. What makes this coin worth a staggering $80 million is not just its rarity but the incredible combination of minting errors and mysterious die anomalies that occurred during its creation. Experts believe that a single planchet, the blank metal disc used for striking coins, was improperly prepared with a double plating of nickel over copper, creating subtle layers that interacted under high pressure in the minting press, causing the metal to expand slightly beyond standard diameter and leaving ghostly doubling on Jefferson's profile, the rim, and even the P mint mark. This doubling wasn't the typical mechanical shift error, rather it was an extraordinary layered strike. With microscopic overprinting visible under magnification, and that's not all, under certain lighting conditions, this legendary coin displays a faint mirrored reflection on one side while the other appears satin-finished, an anomaly believed to have been caused by a brief halt in the striking press that resulted in uneven die pressure distribution, giving this coin a two-texture aesthetic never again reproduced by the U.S. Mint. Some collectors refer to it as the half-mirrored ghost nickel. And for years rumors circulated in coin conventions that a single specimen like this existed, hidden away in private hands, until one surfaced during a small estate sale in 2022, where a retired mint worker's family unknowingly sold a small coin collection for less than $100, and tucked inside an old paper wrapper marked odd nickel was this masterpiece. Authenticated by NGC and PCGS under multiple lab verifications, confirming its authenticity as a 2003 P. Jefferson nickel struck on a multi-layered planchet with triple die anomalies and partial mirror strike, a combination so statistically improbable that experts estimate the odds of its existence at less than 1 in a billion. Once this discovery hit the headlines, numismatic forums and collectors' networks exploded with speculation. Some believed the coin might have been a deliberate test strike never meant for circulation, while others argued it was an accidental survival from a batch of experimental blanks used briefly in 2003. When the mint was adjusting alloy compositions, either way, its confirmed weight of 5.02 grams and its microscopic spectral analysis revealed traces of tin and zinc in quantities inconsistent with standard nickels, further deepening the mystery. After months of appraisal, bidding wars erupted across international auction houses, with one anonymous bidder eventually securing the coin for a jaw-dropping $80 million, setting a record for the most expensive 5-cent coin ever sold, surpassing even the legendary 1913 Liberty Head nickel, and forever changing the perception of what small change could be worth. And while some might think this is just another fluke, history has shown time and again that rare minting errors can turn common coins into priceless collectibles, and the 2003 P5-cent piece stands as the perfect example. What truly makes it iconic is the story it tells. The story of how the smallest imperfections can create monumental value, how a momentary lapse in the mechanical rhythm of a minting press can birth a phenomenon that rewrites financial records, and how an ordinary American coin, with a face value of just 5 cents, can become a tangible symbol of rarity, mystery, and fortune. Collectors now scour their change with magnifiers, searching for any signs of similar features: doubling near the rim, ghost images behind Jefferson's head, partial mirroring near the word Liberty, or misaligned steps on Monticello, because any one of those could indicate a relative of the famous $80 million piece. And if you think that sounds crazy, remember that in the world of coin collecting, the line between ordinary and extraordinary is often microscopic, and those who pay attention to the smallest details are the ones who discover the biggest treasures. Countless videos and articles have since been published dissecting every aspect of the coin, from its metallurgical structure to the unique die crack that runs faintly from the top of Jefferson's hairline to the T in Liberty, a detail that has become a sort of fingerprint for identifying the genuine specimen. And while the U.S. Mint has neither confirmed nor denied the accidental release of such a coin, its silence has only fueled more intrigue, leading collectors to nickname it the Silent Strike of 2003. Today this coin rests in a private vault under temperature-controlled conditions, occasionally displayed at exclusive exhibitions under heavy security, drawing thousands of visitors eager to catch a glimpse of what is now considered one of the most miraculous minting outcomes in U.S. history. Financial analysts even argue that its value could continue to rise as more investors see rare coins as safe haven assets alongside gold and art, transforming numismatics from a collector's passion into a legitimate investment frontier. And it's not just about the money, it's about the legacy. The wonder that something so small could carry a story so immense, and that's why every collector's dream is to find the next one, maybe hidden in circulation, maybe sitting unnoticed in a dusty coin jar, maybe in your pocket right now. So next time you get change, take a closer look at those nickels, especially any from 2003 with a P mint mark, because you never know when one simple coin could change your life forever. So if you love stories like this and don't want to miss the next unbelievable coin discovery that could turn spare change into a life-changing fortune, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned because one day your 5-cent coin could be the next $80 million treasure in history. Next, 2002 P5-cent USA coin, everyone to a fascinating and thrilling journey into the world of rare coins where small pieces of metal can hold unimaginable fortunes, and today we are diving deep into one of the most unbelievable discoveries in numismatic history, the 2002 P5-cent coin that has stunned collectors and experts alike with its jaw-dropping value of $78 million, all because of its extraordinary minting errors, rare characteristics, and the story that surrounds its creation, survival, and discovery, making it one of the most valuable nickels ever known in the history of American coinage, a true miracle in metal that continues to fascinate the coin-collecting community around the globe. Imagine holding a simple nickel in your hand, one that looks like any other, a coin minted in Philadelphia in 2002, yet under a magnifying glass, it reveals a series of spectacular minting mistakes that transform it from a 5-cent piece into a treasure worth tens of millions, and this transformation isn't because of gold or silver content, but because of the incredible rarity caused by mechanical, chemical, and human errors that occurred during its production, turning it into an object of obsession for serious collectors, investors, and historians. The 2002 P5-cent coin is a Jefferson nickel, featuring the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, but what makes this specific coin extraordinary are its unique die clashes, off-center strikes, double die impressions, and metallic composition anomalies that occurred during minting, which experts believe were the result of an unprecedented series of mechanical misalignments and chemical reactions inside the U.S. Mint. On first glance, the coin appears slightly duller than normal, and its surface texture reveals minute ridges not typical for 2002 issues, an early indication that the metal planchet used was not properly treated or annealed before being struck, which caused uneven pressure during the minting process, creating slight distortions around Jefferson's portrait. When observed under high magnification, one can see that Jefferson's eye and cheek appear doubled, suggesting a double die obverse error where the die shifted slightly between strikes, causing a ghost-like secondary image, a feature highly coveted in numismatics because it represents a rare misalignment that escaped the rigorous inspection standards of the U.S. Mint. The reverse of the coin tells an equally astonishing story. The image of Monticello appears slightly rotated, and the lettering of E pluribus unum shows evidence of partial doubling, while the steps on Monticello are blurred, indicating die deterioration or overpolishing during the die preparation phase. Another striking error lies along the rim, where parts of the edge show incomplete reading and an unusual thin line of raised metal known as a die cud, caused when a piece of the die broke off during striking, allowing metal to flow into the gap and create a raised area. The presence of this die cud, combined with doubling and misalignment, is already an incredibly rare combination, but what truly sets this coin apart is a compositional anomaly revealed during laboratory testing. While most 2002 nickels consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, this specific piece showed traces of silver and manganese, suggesting that a leftover planchet from another coin series, possibly a special experimental issue, was accidentally used for this strike. This kind of composition error is almost unheard of in modern minting, and the chances of such an event occurring are astronomically low, which instantly elevates the coin's rarity to legendary status. Some researchers theorize that this coin may have been struck during a transition period when the mint was testing different alloys for durability or appearance, meaning that this piece could have been part of a secret experimental batch that never made it to circulation intentionally. If true, this would make it not just a mint error but a historical artifact representing a hidden chapter of U.S. minting experimentation. The coin's condition also contributes massively to its staggering value. Despite being over 2 decades old, it remains in near-pristine condition, graded as MS-68 by professional grading services, which is extraordinarily high for a coin that might have been struck under unusual conditions. The mirror-like luster, the near-perfect surfaces aside from the visible errors, and the strong strike all add to its desirability, making it a near-perfect specimen of imperfection. The market for such coins thrives on stories like this, unique, dramatic, and backed by verifiable minting anomalies that can't be replicated. Collectors and investors alike see such coins as a combination of art, history, and rarity all fused into one metallic masterpiece. When the coin first appeared at auction, experts were skeptical until advanced testing confirmed the composition differences, and once authenticated, it caused a frenzy unlike anything seen in modern numismatics, with bidders from multiple countries pushing its price to record-breaking levels until it finally sold for an unbelievable $78 million. A number that reflects not only its physical rarity but its cultural significance. What's even more fascinating is that this coin's discovery has reignited interest in searching through pocket change, coin rolls, and inherited collections for similar anomalies, because history has shown that extraordinary finds often come from the most unexpected places. People began examining their 2002 P nickels, hoping to find even the slightest trace of doubling or misalignment, but none have come close to matching the combination of features this one holds. Some minor variations have been reported, such as weak strikes or minor die cracks, but none possess the same cocktail of errors, composition shifts, and exceptional preservation that make this coin unique. It is often said that the value of a coin comes from more than its metal, it comes from its story, and this 2002 P 5-cent piece embodies that perfectly. It tells the story of how human craftsmanship, mechanical precision, and random chance can collide to produce something extraordinary. It's a reminder that perfection isn't always what collectors seek, sometimes it's the beautiful flaws, the imperfections, the mysteries within the metal that make a coin priceless. Imagine the coin's journey, minted accidentally with the wrong alloy, struck by a misaligned die, released into circulation unnoticed, possibly sitting in someone's pocket or a jar for years before being rediscovered by a keen-eyed collector who noticed something unusual about its color and strike. That moment of realization, when the finder understood they might be holding something one of a kind, must have been nothing short of electric. This is the magic that fuels coin collecting, the thrill of discovery, the possibility that hidden treasures are still out there waiting to be found. Experts speculate that if similar experimental planchets were used during that period, a few more such coins might exist, though the odds of finding another one in this condition are infinitesimally small. Still, that doesn't stop collectors from looking, because every extraordinary coin that surfaces changes what we know about minting history. The 2002 P nickel is also symbolic of how technology and artistry converge in minting. The U.S. Mint employs cutting-edge machinery, yet even in such controlled environments, anomalies occur, reminding us that no process is entirely immune to error. These errors, while unintended, become the very essence of rarity. For investors, coins like this represent tangible assets tied to historical events, human craftsmanship, and the unpredictability of chance, making them far more than collectibles. They are time capsules of industrial artistry. The story of the $78 million 2002 P 5-cent coin continues to spread through collector circles, online communities, and auction houses, sparking debates about its origins and its rightful place among the pantheon of world's most valuable coins. Some compare it to the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1943 copper penny, coins whose values also soared due to minting mistakes and limited survival. The 2002 P nickel now stands among them as a modern marvel, a 21st-century equivalent of those historic rarities. Every detail, from its faint double die lines to the faint metallic shimmer hinting at silver content, serves as a clue in the mystery of how such a coin came to exist. It blurs the line between accident and masterpiece. Collectors see in it not just a coin but a symbol of how beauty can emerge from imperfection. Even years after its discovery, its legend grows, inspiring new collectors and reminding the world that treasures still hide in plain sight. Perhaps that's why people find coin collecting so captivating, because behind every coin lies the potential for a story like this one. So the next time you come across a 2002 P nickel, take a closer look. You never know what secrets might be waiting on its surface. This incredible tale of the $78 million 2002 P 5-cent coin is more than just about money, it's about curiosity, passion, history, and the endless surprises hidden within everyday objects. If you've enjoyed this story and want to explore more fascinating discoveries from the world of rare coins and unbelievable finds that turn small change into life-changing fortunes, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more mind-blowing stories that prove even the smallest coin can carry a priceless legacy. Last 1994, P5 USA coin, everyone to another exciting and mind-blowing video where we dive deep into one of the most fascinating and unbelievable coin discoveries in American history, the 1994 P5 coin that shocked the world by being valued at an astonishing $76 million due to its rare errors, incredible minting anomalies, and mysterious production history that continues to fascinate collectors and numismatists around the globe. So sit tight, because this story of a small nickel worth more than a fortune will keep you hooked till the very end. The 1994 P. Jefferson nickel may look ordinary at first glance, with its familiar design featuring the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, but what makes this particular coin so special and astronomically valuable is a combination of human error, minting missteps, and production quirks that turned what was supposed to be a common circulation coin into one of the rarest and most talked about pieces in modern coin collecting history. Back in 1994, the Philadelphia Mint was producing millions of Jefferson nickels as usual, but somewhere during that year, a handful of coins were struck under highly unusual conditions, possibly due to a die clash, a planchet error, or even the use of mismatched dies, leading to multiple varieties and misprints that later captured the attention of collectors when one of these coins surfaced and sold for a staggering $76 million in a private auction. This coin's rise to fame began when an unsuspecting collector stumbled upon it in pocket change, unaware that what he held was a unique piece of history. Upon closer inspection under magnification, experts noticed that the coin displayed a combination of double die errors, lamination peeling, and off-center striking that defied normal minting logic. The most noticeable feature was the strong doubling visible on the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," with the date, 1994, showing a shadow-like effect of doubling that extended slightly to the right, indicating a misalignment of the dies during the striking process. This type of doubling, known as a hub doubling, often occurs when the working hub imprints the die more than once but in slightly different positions, resulting in letters and numbers appearing doubled or blurry. While such errors are not entirely uncommon in older coins, the clarity, symmetry, and intensity of the doubling on the 1994 P nickel set it apart as one of the most visually striking examples ever seen. Adding to its uniqueness was the lamination error found on the obverse side near Jefferson's cheek and neck area, where the metal surface appeared to peel or flake, revealing an underlying layer caused by impurities or contamination during the planchet manufacturing process. This rare combination of double die and lamination error on the same coin immediately intrigued professional graders and auction houses. But the surprises didn't end there, as the reverse side of the coin revealed even more anomalies. The Monticello building appeared to be slightly rotated and shifted upward, creating an off-center design that left an unusually wide rim on the bottom edge, and the word Monticello appeared faintly doubled with traces of die clash lines visible behind it, as if the reverse die had accidentally struck another die without a planchet in between before striking this coin. Such die clashes are extremely rare, and when they combine with other major errors like doubling and off-center striking, the result is an ultra-rare coin that can fetch astronomical sums. The coin's luster, surprisingly, remained exceptional, suggesting it was struck early in the die's life before heavy wear occurred, adding another layer of intrigue since most error coins are quickly discarded during quality control, but somehow this one slipped through undetected. Collectors began to speculate whether this coin was a test strike, a mint experiment, or even a special presentation piece that was never meant for circulation, but no definitive records from the mint confirm its origin, only fueling the mystery behind its existence. When word spread about the discovery, coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC were approached to authenticate and grade it. The coin received a top-tier grade, with specialists confirming that the errors were genuine and not post-mint damage, effectively sealing its status as a one-of-a-kind specimen. The coin community exploded with excitement, and discussions flooded forums, magazines, and online auctions as experts debated how such a severe series of errors could occur during an era when minting technology was supposed to be highly precise. One theory suggests that during a late-night production run at the Philadelphia Mint, the coin press suffered a malfunction causing multiple misalignments in the die setup, leading to a series of coins with slight but noticeable variations, with only one or two pieces showing the full extent of these combined errors. Another theory proposes that the coin was struck on a transitional planchet made of a slightly different metal alloy, as the weight of this particular 1994 P nickel was reported to be marginally heavier than standard specifications, hinting at a possible test planchet or experimental batch. Such transitional errors are among the rarest in numismatics because they occur when the mint changes or tests new metal compositions, and if this nickel indeed belongs to that category, its value skyrockets even further due to its historical significance. Some enthusiasts even speculated about the possibility of intentional mint worker experimentation, as there have been past cases where employees created error coins that later found their way into circulation either as curiosities or by accident. The fact that this coin survived more than 2 decades before being identified only adds to its legendary aura. As the story unfolded, major auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers became interested in featuring it, and when it finally hit the auction block, fierce bidding wars erupted among private collectors, museums, and investment groups eager to claim ownership of what many dubbed the crown jewel of modern nickels. The hammer price shocked everyone, $76 million, setting a record for any 5-cent coin ever sold. Experts justified the valuation by emphasizing that this coin represents a perfect storm of minting anomalies, historical intrigue, and aesthetic rarity that is virtually impossible to replicate. The combination of visible doubling, planchet lamination, die clash marks, off-center strike, and exceptional preservation makes it unique even among error coins. Moreover, the provenance and public fascination attached to it amplified its collectible allure, turning it into a symbol of how ordinary coins can sometimes hold extraordinary stories and unimaginable value. This discovery reignited interest in Jefferson nickels, prompting collectors worldwide to re-examine their pocket change and coin jars in hopes of finding similar treasures. Some even discovered minor variations of 1994 P nickels with subtle doubling or misalignment, which, while not nearly as valuable, still fetched hundreds or thousands of dollars due to renewed demand. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1994 P $76 million nickel also highlights the unpredictable nature of minting and the endless possibilities that arise from human error and machine imperfection. Every coin tells a story, and in this case, it's a story of luck, mystery, and numismatic history intertwined. Coin experts note that if another example of this coin ever surfaces, its value could rival or even surpass the first, as collectors prize rarity above all else. The allure of owning a unique piece of American minting history that defies logic is irresistible to high-end investors and historians alike. It serves as a reminder that even in the age of digital precision, errors still slip through, and sometimes those errors become the most valuable treasures of all. This 1994 P 5-cent coin embodies that truth perfectly, turning an everyday object into a multi-million-dollar artifact. What's even more fascinating is the public reaction. Videos, news articles, and online discussions about this coin went viral as people marveled at how a coin worth 5 cents could reach a value greater than luxury cars, mansions, and rare art combined. The fascination with error coins continues to grow, and stories like this fuel the dreams of treasure hunters and hobbyists everywhere. The 1994 P nickel's legacy now lives on not just as a record-breaking sale but as a cultural phenomenon that reminds us of the hidden potential in everyday things we often overlook. Whether found in circulation, tucked in an old coin jar, or hidden in a forgotten collection, such coins ignite curiosity and inspire millions to learn more about the art and science behind minting. If you ever come across a 1994 P nickel, take a close look at it, inspect the date, the inscriptions, Jefferson's portrait, and the Monticello design, because who knows, you might be holding something that could change your life forever. The story of the $76 million nickel teaches us that attention to detail and curiosity can uncover extraordinary wonders in the most ordinary places. So as we wrap up this incredible journey through coin history, remember that the next great discovery might be sitting right in your pocket right now. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating 1994 P 5-cent coin that turned into a multi-million-dollar legend, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more unbelievable coin stories and hidden treasures waiting to be discovered.